reducing the risk of Achilles tendon injury when running, foot strike pattern may play a big role in that there may actually be many reasons that heel strike running may increase the risk of an Achilles tendon injury because, for one, the way the foot configures with the ground while the weight of the body travels heel to toe was found to cause a heel whipping motion that increased bending strain on the Achilles tendon. Secondly, there's more compressive loading through the Achilles tendon at touchdown in heel strike running. Taken together, these may be more of an overall injury burden on the Achilles tendon as compared with forefoot strike running. And the videos that I've done on that are linked down below this video in the description box. Could, however, a heel lift, which is commonly used to help restrict the heel from shifting into extreme positions and therefore help decrease the amount of stress and strain on the Achilles tendon, could a heel strike runner benefit from a heel lift in efforts to minimize injury proneness to the Achilles tendon? One example of why this may not be possible is that a 1998 study in the Journal of Applied Biomechanics, which is also linked down below this video in the description box, found that heel strike runners who wore a 15mm heel lift had significant increases in maximum ankle moments and Achilles tendon force compared to barefoot runners who utilized a forefoot strike landing. The researchers also discovered that the heel strike runners who wore 15mm heel lifts had increases in ankle moment at the time of maximum Achilles tendon force, which caused an increase in the ground reaction force as compared with the forefoot striking barefoot runners. This means that the heel lifts didn't work well at reducing the physical stressors on the Achilles tendon, but actually it intensified uneven tendon stress on the Achilles. And because of this, the researchers suspected that the higher the heel when running, the smaller the length of the Achilles tendon moment arm, which limits the amount of stretching and recoiling that the Achilles tendon can do during running. In this condition, there may be insufficient impact absorption as well as insufficient elastic energy storage in the Achilles tendon. And really, the Achilles tendon shouldn't have any limits to its function when running like it seems to have when a heel lift is worn. This is also why the Achilles tendon in the barefoot runners may be less prone to injury, even though the forefoot striking barefoot runners in the study showed higher engaging activity of the Achilles tendon. Now, unfortunately, though, this increased engaging activity of the Achilles tendon in forefoot running in general has really been misconceived as a potential risk factor for injury because it's assumed that since the Achilles tendon has to work harder in forefoot strike running than in heel strike running, the Achilles tendon must therefore be more vulnerable to injury in forefoot running. But this notion is really only very theoretical, as there's next to none hard evidence supporting that forefoot runners are at a much higher risk of an Achilles tendon injury than heel strike runners, because the Achilles tendon is working harder in forefoot running. The reason the Achilles tendon is misconceived as working harder in forefoot strike running is that when you land with a forefoot strike when running, the Achilles tendon just becomes more engaged in acting as an energy-saving spring, and it may even become more effective at storing and releasing more elastic strain energy because of the way the Achilles tendon recoils while it's positioned closer to the center of mass, which is the hips. So essentially, landing with a forefoot strike when running gets misconceived as working harder because the landing configuration of the foot in a forefoot strike landing when running might help draw more elastic energy from the Achilles tendon, because more elastic energy is just getting stored and released in the tendon, which may actually enhance energy economy as compared with heel strike running. Now, the videos that I did explaining why that is, why forefoot running may make more functional and economical use out of the Achilles tendon than heel strike running, is also linked down below this video in the description box. The researchers did find that the barefoot runners had reduced collisional impact on the Achilles tendon, largely because the body spent less time coming to a crashing halt with the leg at touchdown, whereby reduced braking has been consistently found to help prevent high compressive loads from being produced. And because of this, the Achilles tendon may not endure high compressive loading while not having to use up much energy to absorb high compressive loading as compared with heel strike running. So it's for these reasons that if you are a heel strike runner grappling with Achilles tendon pain and injury, forefoot strike running may be well worth trying on account of it just may provide a better basis for lower impact on the Achilles tendon while enabling more involvement of the Achilles tendon to free up more elastic energy, which may help increase the efficiency of your stride, because the more you can maximize the contributions of elastic energy exchange relative to the total work during running may enable the muscles to perform less mechanical work and thus expend less metabolic energy. And this all may be more sufficiently pronounced in forefoot strike running than in heel strike running. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit the thumbs up button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't already, where you will stay more informed on heel strike running versus forefoot strike running, as well as more informed on the benefits of barefoot running and minimalist running. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have fun out there on the roads and trails. Bye for now.